Hello everybody and welcome to week 5 of the second 9 weeks. I can't believe we're already halfway done with the second 9 weeks of the year. Today in music class we are going to talk about rests. Now, you've probably heard of rests before, but they are silence in music, or they could just be silence for a certain part. Rests, or the use of space and silence in music, is really important because it helps build some tension. It helps build some anticipation. It really helps to balance out when there's a lot going on, to have some contrast where there isn't a lot going on or nothing at all. So we're going to start with some rhythm patterns, and then I'm going to show you some use of silence in some of the listenings that we're going to do today. So let's start with some duple patterns. The first 4 don't have any rests, but 5, 6, 7, and 8 do, the bottom half here. You can see, well, let's go through them first, and then I'll explain what each of them look like. Repeating after me. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. So you might have had a little bit of difficulty with some of those. Let's do the last 4 one more time. 5, 6, 7, and 8, starting right here. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. So we can see 2 different kinds of rests in here. We have a rest that takes up the amount of time as one of our microbeats. It looks kind of like a 7, but with a dot there in number 5. And this little squiggly line in number 7 in that first measure, or in number 8, there's 2 of them. Those are rests that take up a macrobeat. The smaller one is also sometimes called an 8th rest. And the squiggly line, the bigger one that takes up the macrobeat, is sometimes called a quarter rest. Let's now take a look at some of these patterns in triple meter. We're going to go through the whole thing, and then we'll go through 5, 6, 7, and 8 one more time so that we can get those rests twice. Here we go, from the beginning. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Good. Let's go through 5, 6, 7, and 8 one more time, starting right from here. Repeating after me. Ba ba ba, ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba, ba ba ba. All right, now let's go back and we're going to do the rests in duple meter one more time and the rests in triple meter one more time, but this time we are going to use syllables. Do day, day do day do. Day do day, day do day. Do day, day. Do day, do day. And now in triple meter. Do-da-dee, dee-do-da-dee-do. Da-dee-do-da-dee, da-dee-do-da-dee. Do-dee-do, dee, da-dee-do-da-dee. Do-da-dee-do, do-da-dee. Good. Now, in music, rests don't always happen for everybody. Sometimes most of the ensemble, whether it's an orchestra or a band, maybe most of the band will rest and maybe there's only one instrument, one kind of instrument playing, or maybe it's only a soloist playing. However, sometimes we also have space completely where there's nothing going on. I have 4 listenings for you today. One of them is Jaws, because it uses a lot of space in the beginning to, again, build that tension, build that kind of scary feeling. You don't know what's going to come next. I have The Sorcerer's Apprentice, which if you've ever seen the Disney movie Fantasia, you'll be pretty familiar with this. A Night on Bald Mountain, which does a really nice job of using space and creating tension. And then also a bit of a fun one as we get close to the holidays. There's a piece of music in there. Just one quick warning, there is a lot of flashing lights, so if that is a problem for you, just listen as it uses that space. But there's some Christmas lights that go along with it. All right, so enjoy the listenings. Really pay attention to the space when there's no sound or when there's very few instruments playing at a time. The use of space and time and when they're playing versus when they're not. All right. Have a good week, and I'll see you next time.